What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Seattle Rick 206, aka that boy Rick, aka they call him Slick. I hope you guys are well this morning. I hope you guys are well this morning. Blessed Saturday to you. Blessed Saturday to you. Don't want to hold you guys too long, but first of all, I want to give a shout out to my TWT family, all my TWT family, the winning team, and together we take over for sure. Just happy to be a part of the TWT family and the West Coast Seattle division. You know what I'm saying? With my guy Big Dog Willie. So shout out to my guy Big Dog Willie too. But check this out. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We're growing, y'all. We're growing. We're almost at our goal of 200 by Christmas time. So we're almost there. We're almost there. I laugh about that every time because, you know, it's just a running joke to myself. But I'm growing slowly but surely, and we're gonna keep pushing this content out as much as possible. I see things, I'm gonna do things a little bit different than I see on other channels. So you're gonna get it straight to the point here, and as honest as possible. So what I wanted to touch on, which is what I saw a few days ago, was the NBA is looking at making a simple change, but I think it's an important change for the league. They want to go back to the old ways of the All-Star game. Go back to the old ways of the All-Star game. We've been getting these crazy formats that they've been trying, and I don't know. Do you guys think they've worked? I mean, I think it's been exciting a few times, but to me, as an old school, hoop watcher, and watching having an All-Star game show up here in 86, 84, 80, 84, 86, something like that. Between 84 and 87, we had an All-Star game here in Seattle. I think it was 87. We had an All-Star game here in Seattle, and so the format was East and West. It's always been East and West. As I was a kid watching NBA, it was East versus West. You got the best players from the East and the best players from the West. Now, what screwed all that up was the fact that people want to start joining these teams, these super teams, and all the talent that would be on one side would get drowned out because these super teams were created, and these players are all on the same team, and they're all making an all-star team. So, it's kind of hard for those ones that are trying to come up and show themselves to be an all-star in the league when those types of teams were formed and stuff like that. I don't think people really thought about that when they were, doing all that type of stuff and forming these teams and super teams and all this stuff. I mean, now it's just it's a common thing now. But back then, when they especially when they started switching up the all-star format and letting the players pick and their teams and all this stuff. I mean, because they ultimately started just picking their friends, just started clicking up. You know what I'm saying? And formulating a plan on how they're gonna get this person and get that person. The draft wasn't that bad. The draft last year in Utah, that wasn't that bad. That was pretty cool. But it started losing me when it was Team LeBron versus Team Durant and Giannis versus LeBron, and it's all-star game, not them versus them. And it shouldn't even be picking the teams. It should be something else that picks the teams, and it should be all-star East versus West. That's the way it should be. That's what we've all grown up, especially all my old heads. That's what we've all grown up on, was East versus West. You know what I'm saying? It was cool to see. And you already knew what the matchups kind of were going to be, you know what I'm saying, because of where the players were at. It was cool to see Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and, Michael Jordan, these guys on the All-Star team. And turn around, you got Karl Malone, John Stockton, and the West Coast Monsters, GP, Sean Kemp. It was just good basketball. You know what I'm saying? It was good basketball, and I feel like if we went back to that East versus West, just think about what the league would be now. Think about what the East versus West game would be now with all the talent that's in the league. Not only that, now you can take the the rookies versus sophomore game or whatever it is. Now you could put that back, East versus West. You got the best, the best young players from the East, the best young players from the West, along with the best players, period, from East and West. So, I mean, we got to start thinking about the benefits of this. You know what I'm saying? We can get our East and West jerseys back. We couldn't go buy a jersey that said Team LeBron or Team Giannis or, draft pick jersey, All-Star Weekend. That doesn't even sound right. East and West, though. Yo, East and West. For real. So this is just a short. I do want to go through this, and take a little bit of a deeper dive. I'm going to go through some of the All-Star courts and some of the jerseys and stuff like that, East and West. Let's really pump this back up. I think that it'd be a good thing for the league. I think it'd be a great thing for the league, actually, to go back to this format. I think it'd be easier for the fans and the consumer to follow. And it's just overall what it should be. East versus West, National League versus American League. You know what I'm saying? In all your sports, it should be that. It should be that, not the players picking. I've never seen the NFL do an actual draft for the All-Star, for a Pro Bowl. So why? I mean, yeah, we're trying to change things, but some things just should not be changed. Some things should not be touched. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay homage to the All-Star Weekend, and we're going to do some retro gaming, and we're going to go All-Star Edition, and we're going to go All-Star games from whatever year's basketball I got. I got a Xbox 360, and we're about to go do some retro All-Star hooping today. That's what we're doing. I believe I have from 2010 on up to 2016 games. So we got a few All-Star games that we can play and put up on our channel. So that's what we're gonna do. Today we're gonna have some fun. I do have a boxing match to go to later on. Me and my wife are being given tickets as guests for Dice Mandado's homecoming fight tonight in Auburn, Washington. There's a fighter coming out of Team Benavidez camp. Seattle representative, and just an overall good person, good family man. So can't wait to go and support him tonight. Shout out to Dice Mandados and that Shawn Kemp, that fire Shawn Kemp jersey you had on yesterday. We looked like twins, but your jersey seriously stood out yesterday. Mine was signed, but yours stood out. You know what I'm saying? So and I can't wait one day, man. I'm gonna get King Dados to go and get his jersey and stuff signed by Shawn Kemp. I think that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool to set that up. So I'll get that done for him. Shawn would be excited to meet him. So but yeah, this is not a long one, man. I just wanted to get on here and just ask you guys about the All-Star Weekend, tell you guys what the NBA is doing. What it says is let me see, I'll just read this really quick so you guys can get the information. NBA All-Star Game may return. NBA All-Star Game may soon return to the East and West format. Commissioner Adam Silver said Tuesday in a televised interview on ESPN that changes are coming to the All-Star Game. And while stopping short of saying any decision has been finalized, he hinted that the current format of top vote getters serving as captains and drafting on their own teams may be shelved. That's what I'm talking about. It should be shelved. It should be. It just didn't even sound right. Maybe return to something more traditional in terms of how the teams are presented. We went to sort of this captain draft notion, but clearly historically it was East versus West. So that's something we're looking at. This season's All-Star Game is at Indianapolis on February 18th. The league has not yet announced any format changes. The first 66 All-Star games had been East-West format. You hear that? The first 66 All-Star games all had the East versus West format. Why change it? The last six have seen the lead vote getters from each conference serve as captains uh, who drafted their teams. LeBron served as one of the captains on all six times. LeBron James served as one of the captains all six times. Come on, man. With Giannis Antetokounmpo, um, the other captain three times, Kevin Durant twice, and Stephen Curry once. The last four All-Star games have used the target score at the end of the games, ensuring that the matchup ends on a made shot. Fourth quarters have been untimed. The winner is the first team to reach whatever the leading team had after three quarters, plus 24 points. The 24 is a nod to Kobe Bryant's last jersey number, which that's cool. That's cool. Maybe what they need to do is do something. The first player to score 24. You know what I'm saying? Does something for a charity or something like that. But then they just continue on, and whoever wins the game wins the game. The first year the target score format saw fourth quarter that was incredibly dramatic. Last season's game, however, was almost completely uncompetitive and became a disaster in terms of television ratings, in part because some of the biggest names like James, Antetokounmpo, Durant, Curry all missed much or all All-Star game because of injuries. I mean, it's no fun to kind of get out there and do some dunks and stuff. I mean, it's fun to get out there and do dunks and stuff like that. Utah's Laurie Markkinen said, but we're all competitors. I think everybody would enjoy it too if we just played against each other and it just gets competitive. The league officials say last week that they have been stressing to players the importance of improving the quality of the All-Star game. It has been a talking point for years, as has the slam dunk competition, which got a serious shot in the arm last season when Mac McClung put on their show for the ages. When you turn on the NBA All-Star game, I think people expect to see some competition, said Joe Dumars, the league executive vice president. Joey D. and head of basketball operations. There's a happy medium somewhere between a hard-fought playoff game and what you saw last year. When you have the reaction that the fans had, people had around the game, and just visually it matters because it didn't make the product look good. It's unclear when the league will finalize any All-Star game changes. We've lost sight a bit. We've lost sight a bit. That's it about the game at the end of the day, Silver said. So yeah, this was an article by Tim Reynolds, Associated Press, NBA All-Star or NBA, yeah, released by the NBA. So yeah, so I think we really need to think about going back to this East-West, West-East, West side, East side, West Coast to the brick city. You know what I'm saying? We need to get that back to the league. I think it'd be important. It's very important. As you guys just heard from those facts, all facts. As you guys just heard from those facts. So, let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know what you guys think. Be an all-star. Let me know what you guys think. Be a Seattle Rick 206 Slick Rick the Ruler all-star. Be a channel all-star. And leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think. The NBA is trying to go back to, or thinking about going back to the East-West format for the All-Star game. The East-West format for the All-Star game. And again, pay attention. We're going to be doing All-Star, paying homage to the All-Star games through retro basketball gaming, 2K style, baby. And I think we got an NBA Live too. So yeah, we're going to have some fun with the All-Star game this morning. So I appreciate you guys. I love y'all, man. Please have a blessed Saturday. And yeah, leave it in the comments. I holla.